Hey guys, welcome back to video 3 of the tutorial series. This video I'm going to try to make things a lot shorter than last time, because last time was a long, hour-long video and I watched it myself and it was pretty boring. So I'm going to try to make my videos a little bit shorter going forward. So this video we're just going to add a background because we don't have one right now. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the background and put it into my unpacked external assets folder in the Flappy home folder. So let me just get a copy of that really quickly over here. And drag this guy over here. So this is just a little background I made that I didn't spend too much time on, as you can see. But you can obviously change that to whatever you want it to be. So yeah, there we go. We put it in our unpacked external assets folder, and we're going to use the texture packer, LibGDX tool, to pack it into the same into the one big texture that we're using, assets. So how do we do that? We come in here, we change the project, change the run edit configurations, change to texture packer, which we set up in the last video. Hit OK, and then we'll run this guy and give it a second, and it's gonna compile everything and put it in our pack.png up here. Yeah, I don't know about IntelliJ and the running of programs is just horribly slow. Also, I guess I should mention I upgraded my IntelliJ to 14.1, I think it is, and also I have this new cool background theme, or the dark theme, which is, I don't know if it's necessarily better, but I think it's kind of nicer to look at than a bright white screen all the time. So that just finished. Let's open up Pack and see what's there. So now we got only two images right now. We got the background, the big background, and then the small bird here. So that looks like it worked. So now we got to update our code to bring in the background. So let's see. We're gonna go to gameplay screen, and we're gonna add another one of these, except it's not going to be a bird, it's going to be an image. Background. So what is image? Let's do Alt-Enter to fix this. And we want the LibGDX image, this one, so make sure you import the right one. And an image is just a, if I do Control H, I think we can see the hierarchy here of the class type. So as you can see, image it extends a widget, which extends an actor, and any actor we can always add to our gameplay stage or any stage. So if you remember, last time we had our bird, we added the bird to the gameplay stage. So since this image is also an actor, we can add it to the gameplay stage as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to, well, first we need to initialize it. New image, sets that background. Oh. First we need to define the actual image. So let me come back to this in 1 second. So let's go to the assets class, which is where we define our texture regions. So I'll make another one of these for background, and yeah, so it's going to be the same as this, background. Okay, and then it's going to be named background 300 by 480. This is just the convention I'm using for the names of the files. This 300 by 480. And actually, I think I also changed the bird. Let's go back here. We'll change the bird to specify that it's 16 by 16. So let's make sure that name matches here, 16 by 16. And that looks good. Okay, so it's all defined. We'll come back to the gameplay stage and we will say new image, background is new image. And it takes if you hover over image, I think it'll, well, let's go into image. And you have a whole bunch of different options for the constructor of what you want to pass it. We're going to pass it a texture region because that's just the way we're doing things. So I defined texture region as the background. I'm going to use this constructor to construct the image. Then I'm just going to add it to the gameplay stage. Okay, so I think let me run the texture packer again because I changed the name of the bird to bird 16 by 16. So it has to rerun again so that it gets that change. And then I'll change the run configurations back to the normal desktop and do a run. And we'll see what happens here. So there it is, there's our background, but there's no bird here. So why that is the order that you add the actors to the stage is the order that they're drawn. So the background is taking up the whole screen and we added it last, so it's being drawn on top of the bird, so we're just gonna move it to be above the bird here, or to get added above the bird. Now let's do a run. And there it is, there's the bird with the background. So beautiful, right? So I think that's all I'm going to cover for this video. We'll keep it a lot shorter than last time. Let's see, where's my... So one more thing I wanted to say is I added this this nice feature. Eclipse also has this feature too, but this is just to, obviously over here, here's the file structure. Over here is going to be like the class structure of the class that I'm looking at. So as you can see, I'm in gameplay screen, so it shows gameplay screen here. C is for class, M is for method, and it kind of has like a mapping of all the different methods and fields, which are these guys. So when I'm typing here, if I have my cursor in the constructor method, you can see it highlights the constructor for me. I think I had to select one of these options for that. So if I go down to render, it syncs up so to show you that I'm in render here. So maybe I like that feature, and maybe it'll help you guys to keep track of what class I'm looking at and what method that I'm editing at all times. So also let me know what you think about the dark background. Is it maybe harder to see or whatever? Let me know how you feel about that. But alright guys, that's all for this video. I'll have another one up soon. So see you guys.